So this is a supplemental video to the assignment guidelines. And the reason I'm doing this supplemental video as well as supplemental videos for other assignments is to kind of give you multiple explanations. I know some of you want to just read it in detail and you're good with the written word and following directions from a Word document, and so that's there for you under course documents. And then some of you, you just want to get that personal touch and hear it described in the form of a breakdown and hear it and then see it visually. So hopefully this will help that process for you also if that's your learning style. So let's begin. First and foremost, this is a leadership class, and you hopefully already remember that, but I think a lot of times we have misconceptions about what it means to be a leader, and we fall into the trap of just studying and reading blogs and books and watching cool videos, and we think, well, that's what leadership is. And one of the things I'm going to constantly push your way is the idea that leadership isn't about just reading or learning. That's important, that's a foundation, but it's about being, doing, acting, experimenting, practicing, trying, failing, trying again, and that will help you refine as a leader. So to start off, your first assignment that's actually going to be graded is a presentation. And if you've noticed, if you had a chance to both look at the syllabus as well as this class schedule, you'll notice that a majority of your grade revolves around presentations, because a lot of leaders are called upon to lead through their communication. In fact, most workplaces, most CEOs, what do? Not only do they sit down and write a memo, they get up in front of a crowd and they inspire others. So to begin that journey in your leadership process, let's talk about the first assignment that matters. Here's what you have to understand. A lot of leaders become leaders by being able to look at themselves and their own life. And so the first assignment is called your leadership narrative analysis, where you break down your own leadership story and you show us unique insights. Now, at a first glance, it may seem like a very simple assignment, and it shouldn't be overcomplicated. However, there's a reason for why I have you take the specific approach, which I will explain in just a moment. So to just give you a 30,000-foot view of the assignment, let's begin. So the whole assignment revolves around a particular kind of story. Now, the story could be from your personal life. In fact, that's what I'm going to challenge you to do. Take a story that maybe occurred, or an event that occurred a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, maybe even yesterday. A story in which you had an opportunity to step up and be a leader, whether or not you expected it, whether it was part of your sports team, part of your job, or something unexpected, like somebody was drowning and you had to give them CPR. I don't know what it is, but you probably do. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back and think of a story that will be interesting to tell. And I'm sure you have multiple stories. I want you to pick the best one. And the first thing that I want you to do is to be able to tell that story. Number one is tell us that story. Now, this is easier said than done, because people these days are used to shock and awe headlines. They are used to engaging storylines and plot lines. And so it's not enough to just say, one day I was walking down the street and I decided I needed to step up and be a leader. No, you need to follow what Hollywood does, which is to create a sense of tension, a sense of frustration, a sense of drama, some sort of a climax, some sort of a resolution. What you need to do is to draw us in. And so you're going to have to figure out how to do that. If you need some help offline, I'd be more than happy to help you work through that. But that is only the beginning. That's just the foundation. What you need to do for the body of the presentation, the most important part, is to do three things. Number one thing you have to be able to do in the actual body of the presentation, because this is the body here, is I want you to be able to take some sort of a leadership theory or concept and explain the story or the situation in light of that theory. So you're going to take a theory and you're going to apply it to this situation in order to better understand what had happened. And then the third thing that you're going to do in this presentation is you're going to both highlight both the strengths as well as the weaknesses that you exhibited. So you're going to talk about what you did well as well as things that you may have had an opportunity to do better. Maybe you didn't take the opportunity, maybe you didn't know. So also the weaknesses. And then finally, what I want you to be able to do in this process is I want you to be able to create some sort of an application, some sort of a game plan. Now that you understand what happened, now that you better understand a particular kind of leadership theory, I want you to be able to apply it. And I don't want you to go and give me some BS generic response. Oh, I'm gonna try harder to do better. Because if you're general and you don't know exactly what you need to do better next time, exactly what you need to work on, you're always going to fail in the end. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind that you need to have constant application. So to summarize, you're going to tell a story, you're going to analyze both through theories and through your experience what your strengths and what your weaknesses are, and then you're going to end with some sort of a clincher, something strong, something powerful to leave a lasting impression. A couple of other logistical things: 4 to 5 minute presentation, so not a lot of time, so you're gonna have to be concise. If you have any other questions, any other concerns, come talk to me and I'll be more than happy to help you